Gents, I've told you many times on this channel that modern women today are not wives.
He gave me everything I wanted. He had all the money. He was a very gentleman. He worked very hard.
So what's the issue?
The connection was not there.
I don't want to be with my husband anymore. His energy is impacting my energy. I got with my husband out of potential. He had the potential to be a great earner, to be a great father. And you know what? He is a great father, a great provider. He's not a great partner. I am chaotic and wild, and I love that about me. And maybe he'll change. He won't. And if he does change, it's not at the pace that I am changing.
We hear women like this talking about she's changing, but he's not changing, but he's the perfect man, or he's a perfect husband, a perfect father, but he's not changing like she is. And that makes them think that the grass is greener on the other side.
I married my high school sweetheart, and I'm from a small town, and he's always been great. But a few years ago, we moved to Colorado, and now that we're in Denver, I've been getting so much attention from men that, and they're really wealthy and successful and good looking, and I'm kind of worried that I underestimated my value, on the dating market, and I just settled with my husband.
This face right here is exactly the face that we all make, at least internally, when we hear modern women speak today. They see that they have all these possibilities. Thank you, internet. Thank you, social media. Thank you, dating apps. Make them think that they have all these options. And now, even if you're doing everything right, it doesn't matter. They got to go out and see, can they do better?
A lot of times I think that we are disrespecting men and we don't know. We do things like talk over him, not listen, or something simple like you tell him to do a task, you go behind him and finish it as if, and what you're saying is you didn't do it good enough. We may cut him off when he's speaking or not value his hobbies. It's certain things that we do that it's not, disrespect is not always loud and cursing. A lot of times we as females think I wasn't disrespectful, but being disrespectful can be silent.
What's the most painful thing someone has said to you?
Oh boy, how vulnerable should I be? One point in time I was married to another person, and she said to me in a moment, a fleeting moment, that she didn't want to have kids with me. And that was the beginning of the end.
Sometimes it's the simplest thing that a person could tell you. The person that you dedicated yourself to or willing to dedicate your life to could say one thing and change the trajectory of the whole relationship. What this man went through happened to me. My ex didn't tell me exactly this, but what she said was very hurting to me. And I understand when you have someone say something to you that you love, cherish, and care for, that you sacrificed everything for or sacrificing for, and then for them in that moment to be so callous as to not consider your feelings, it's the reason, gents, that I talk about all the time, that because of something like this, that I became the worst version of myself. So when I say to you that women today are not capable of being wives, it's because of statements just like this.
It is so much harder to love a real one than it is to be in relationship with a fraud, because someone who holds you accountable to who you say you want to be, someone who recognizes your potential but meets you where you are, someone who wants your vulnerability. Like, I want to know how you think. I want to know why you made the choices you made. And you got to figure out, how do I tear these walls down? And how do I let them know up underneath this strength that there is still a broken 13-year-old girl, a broken 15-year-old girl.
See, gents, this is a huge problem that we have, particularly in our community. We have a bunch of women who say they don't need a man. They're independent, they're hard, they okay if they don't have a man. Men aren't even valuable. Fathers aren't valuable to the home. All of these things, these walls that they've built up. She said that it's the hardest thing to love a real one than it is a fraud. You know what that tells me, gents? Any woman who feels that way, first of all, should not be dating. If you're a woman and you still got those type of walls up where it's harder to date a real one than it is a fraud, then you're not ready for anything serious. Second, it tells me that deep down inside, you ain't really did the work. All this, we're healing and we doing the work and we doing all this shit. Any woman who's in this position has not finished doing the work. And in our last live stream, I showed you a clip of a woman who has that man, who falls into the category of he does everything. But let me show you what that real appreciation looks like when you as a man are there for your woman.
I just need to get this off my chest about my husband. So I'm going to visit my friend in Florida in a couple weeks, and I told my husband, I need to get in shape. I gotta look good in my bikini. And he's like, that's not how this works, but sure, I'll help you out. If you've ever seen the man, you can tell he knows what he's doing in the gym. So he sends me this workout. I go to the gym. Whatever he sent me doesn't make sense to me. I don't work out a lot. I don't know what machines he's talking about. So now I'm texting him pictures of the machines. I'm like, is this the one you're talking about? He's sending me a breakdown step by step of how to use each machine. By the way, he's home with all 4 of our kids, and a couple neighbors came over. So I think he had like 6 kids there while I was gone. I get through it, finish the workout, I go home. He made lunch. I sit down at the table, I start eating, and I'm like, how was everything this morning? And he's like, fine. What's the workout for tomorrow? What do you want to do next? Just super supportive, you know. And then my oldest son comes over and he's like, Mom, this morning was crazy. Tells me his little brother shit his pants, took the pants off in the bathroom, got shit all over the toilet, all over the mat, all over the floor. Tells me the baby was fussy. Tells me his sister was like fighting with the neighbor friends. So I go check the bathroom. Bathroom's clean. There's laundry going. The baby's asleep. And then I'm just thinking about how when I was working out, I pictured him on the couch, like locked in on the phone, just telling me how to do these workouts. The whole time he is wiping shit off the ground. He's getting a baby to sleep. He's cooking. I didn't know he was even doing all that. And he wasn't even going to tell me because he's just trying to support me in reaching my goals and also like protecting my peace. Like he didn't want it to seem like a burden that I left him home with all the kids and tried to like do something for myself.
And gents, let me just tell you, just in case you get into this type of relationship or you see this type of relationship, do not try to kill yourself to be her level of perfection that's in her mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you can never live up to that level of perfection that she has conjured up in her mind. Do the best that you can do. And a woman who is really a wife is going to be appreciative of that.
Are you ready for his self-awareness to say, I don't like that? Because if he's self-aware with him, he's self-aware with you. That's the thing about being self-aware and accountable. You can be self-aware and accountable with you and to say, I can recognize that you need work too. Are you really ready for that when he can do that? Are you really ready for him to say, you know what, matter of fact, I don't like what you did today? When you are really used to men who've been giving you a pass for a lot of the nonsense that you've done. You're used to that.
Like she believes in me. You know,
when it comes to my wife, there's something definitely that I can say that she does in our marriage that helps us to stay together. What would you say that thing about your spouse? What's that thing about them that actually makes it easier or lends to your relationship being so strong?
I think.
Oh, he gonna get it together.
Yeah, oh, really?
Let him get it together.
You about to say, are we about to get an Emmy? You about to say some tears?
No. I think the belief in your husband, like she believes in me. You know, that's it. I think when you know that your spouse got you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
With a job, without a job, gaining weight, losing weight.
Yeah.
Up, down. And that's what can you know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I hear you.
The next thing that I want people to know is I consider her a gift from God. And so I treat her just like that.
Wow. He is my hero. And what I mean by that is God gave him as a gift to me. And I treasure him just that way.
This right here, to me, is the key mindset to relationships lasting today. And the reason why I say that is you have to look at the other person the way they look at each other. But it cannot be one way. When you both are looking at each other like you are my favorite person, that mentality makes you always work hard toward that person.
Fact or myth, chemistry matters more than compatibility.
Wrong. 100% wrong. Chemistry fades. We know we've got about 2 good years of what I call just yearning. What yearning is really high chemistry, really low clarity. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, I've never felt more love for somebody in my entire life. And we're very unclear of who you are. We just know you're hot. And our commitment has never been tested, right? So if clarity's low and chemistry's really high, you don't know who you've married. The next stage of love is called earning love. Yes. Earning love is symbolized by lower chemistry that's now normal, but now clarity's higher. Now I know you. And so now as I know you more, that actually enters a completely different stage. Being really good friends is probably the key.
And this should make sense, right? Because the person that you're going to make it with, that you're going to endure with, you're not going to like them all the time. I don't like all of my friends all the time. We know exactly what lane we're locked into. Now imagine having that with someone that's your person. It's crazy what that looks like. And that's bigger than the chemistry of it.
I guess you said you have kids now, so...
It's the most important thing. This is what I would tell people in their 20s. I mean, that happened to me when I was in my late 20s. It was probably better for the both of us, and it led me to the life I love now. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm lucky. I feel nothing but joy and happiness now, and I would never have had it without the moment.
My husband's biggest dream when he got married, he's like, I'm only going to be with you forever, so I want you to be my hoe. Like, I genuinely just want you to want me, to love me, to respect me, to make me feel like I'm 10 feet tall, even when I'm not perfect. And, you know, as a wife, I think it's so easy to look at so many flaws and, you know, you're not doing this and you're not doing that. And it's like we only get negative when we focus on the negative. And so when my coach shared with me, like, hey, even though things are not going in your favor, there's two things you can control: your actions and your attitude. And so if you start to show up sexually, one, watch what the frick happens to your husband. Like, game over. He's gonna be a different person, right? And if you're actually present and you actually try, like, he's going to start changing.
I will be the first woman to say, I get the whole girl's girl thing, but truth be told, I'm a husband's girl. With every moment in life, I call my husband. I'm excited. Call my husband. I'm sad. Call my husband. I have tea to spill. Call my husband. I will never understand modern day feminism. Pretending this pillow is Susan B. Anthony. And I feel like I can safely assume I'm gonna piss some people off with this. I don't give a shit, because I'm happily married, and I love my husband. I'm gonna call him right now.
Y'all, if I die, kill him too. Kill him too.
Hey, yo.
Ain't no fucking way you gonna live another day without me.
I'm gonna die accidentally just because I don't know how to do half the shit in this house. Ain't nobody got killed.
Nah, just kill him tomorrow, because I ain't got no time for no bitch talking about, oh, I'll come cook a home cooked meal for you.
Damn,
oh, DJ, I'll come take care of the kids for you.
I can't have a babysitter.
Oh, DJ, do you need your hair done? I'll do it for free. You want me to come do your laundry?
Damn,
oh,
I gotta have
DJ. Oh, DJ, you're grieving. Fuck no!
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that we hear about how there's, no chance for relationships. And if you have that mindset, then you'll never find it. The thing is, I'm not saying it isn't going to be hard. It's hard out there, okay? Let me tell you, it is hard to find that person. And you're going to go through some things to get to that person. But through it all, it's the same journey that I tell you about focusing on being the best version of yourself. When I tell you to follow your purpose and your path. Because as you're growing on that journey, you should also be growing as a person. Too many people are in and out of relationships all the time. And they wonder why they can't find anybody. They wonder why they can't bond to anybody.
This is how my dad told me about love. He said, listen, son, your heart is like a piece of duct tape. And he said, if you stick to one thing one time, that adhesive on that tape stays strong.
I get it now.
Yeah, so it stays strong. But when you keep taking it off and sticking it on and taking it off and sticking it on and taking it off and sticking it on, it don't stick no more. So now you got a lot of people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they tape ain't sticky. They don't know how to stick together. They don't know how to be in a relationship. They done been through so many, that's like, now they in and out of a relationship.